I would describe this as poignant, self reflective, not corny. What's up, everybody? So, I just watched the trailer for A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, directed by Kogo Nada. I have never heard of this guy before. I just heard that there was a movie with Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie, and I'm like, okay, let's see what's what. And then I pop in the trailer, I check it out, and I'm like, this is this is interesting. In some ways, it kind of gives me some "What Dreams May Come" vibes. If you remember that movie with Robin Williams and Cuba Gooding Jr. way, way, way back in the late '90s, and I really kind of enjoy the premise. It seems like one of those movies that the story is looks simple, yet it's done in a unique way. So, when I see these two together, I figure, okay, here's like this love story that will unfold, and there'll be, ebbs and flows, twists and turns, heartbreak and celebration, and all the things that you know of when you think of, a romantic movie. But this one is this one does seem unique, and I'm really interested in about that. It seems like, okay, here are these two people that meet, and they kind of basically go on this journey of reconciling their past. In the trailer, there's a moment where they see a door, and Colin Farrell's character is like, no, 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 that's high school. I don't want to go there. And I think, all of us on some level, you know, we think about, our time in high school, and we're like, okay, I don't want to remember those days. I don't want to relive them. I definitely don't want to watch them from like a spectator standpoint to see how maybe awkward and weird, I was. But, it seems like it's done in a way that is charming, that there's like some irreverence to it. And this whole idea of just kind of coming to terms with who you are and the decisions that you made along the way, and that all of those decisions made you the person you are currently. And of course, you have the charm of both of these guys. I Margot Robbie is a great actress, especially in the sense of how she can develop chemistry with her co-stars. I mean, think of Leonardo DiCaprio, think of Will Smith. She's really great at, understanding how she can shine in a scene, and how to let her co-star also shine as well. And it's not like a competition, it's more of a dance. And Colin Farrell, he's been around for a long, long time up until this point. I think the first time I ever really saw him was in Minority Report, and he looked like he was holding his own with Tom Cruise himself. So I like that because he kind of went away from like the movie star journey, and was like, no, I want to be a real, legit actor. So he was taking on these roles that we know we're not like big budget, you know, movie tent poles, but he really decided he wanted to be a serious actor and tell the kinds of stories that will fulfill him as an artist and not necessarily as a celebrity. And to see these two together, I think makes for, so far anyways, I think it makes for a great combination, and I look forward to seeing it. It's going to be coming out in a few months, and I'll be there to watch it. What about you guys? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash that like button, give me a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.